Uh, gun to the head, no idea what I'm doing. Let's see if we can even queue into the, it's very quiet down there. You see. No idea. Let's see if we can get a Void Arc. It's 14 minutes. Oh. Yo, the entire like Void Arc section of raids might have to be delayed for a long time because I do not know how long it'll be before I ever actually get a queue. So why don't we withdraw really quick? See what a containment bay will take as well. 6 minutes. Usually do that. But yeah. I feel like a random person floating. Hello, person. Dark name. Fancy. But yeah, so hey Claire, could you help with the trials by any chance? Because I cannot get Void Arc. Like my 3rd day in a row try. I want to see if like literally anyone pops up. That would be what makes me like interested. But I know it's not gonna happen. A sky pancake. Now do it synced? Okay. Sync. Oh, take that long? Okay. I trust. Be on a cat. Oh, so it is all 3. Little cat. Oh, she's doing the thing. I'm like, why is she saying knots and crosses in the chat? That takes way too many steps for it to go like half a foot. I'm so sad that I know Void Arc is going to have to be like that'll probably be done after I'm finished Endwalker because no one queues up for it. Or I can try every Tuesday because of the books. That's when, I mean, no one's probably gonna be running it, but still. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. We got a little what's it called? Little choo choo train going around. Let's go. Meow. warrior as, or not warrior, paladin as our other tank. Oh, look at him, big boy.
Disabling Sephiroth's restraints now. Good luck.
Oh, speak. Sephiroth. Oh, that's right. This is his song. I'm scared. Oh, whoops. Oh, it's the Pally girl. What was that guy? Oh, he's a samurai. I thought the, should I think they have a bull? Oh, okay, so it's the same thing. I know he fall. He fall. Oh, there you go, both the samurais. Oh, oh, okay. I thought I was gonna get knocked back a little further, honestly. I believe. Who needs tanks when you guys got one of the best healers NA? I live. Ooh, all the spinnies. And all the shields. Best girl. And the weird guy. You did it. I've seen you in action before, but never against anything that big. My legs kept telling me to run, but I just couldn't tear myself away. I don't think I blinked once during the whole battle. Thanks. A hero, tried and true. If only I had possessed such strength. Yeah, when we go into the dungeon place again, right? You stole that? This is Cryo. Icon eliminated. Oh, if only you could have seen it. Little gave Sephiroth the moment of a rude... The mother of all rude awakenings. At the moment of... Is it after this one? It might be the second one. But yeah, I know they're dead. I always thought it was in the beginning. That, like, before you fought any of them, you had to go through the solo duty. But obviously that isn't it. And your distraction was perfect. We encountered not a single Imperial soldier. Yes, understood. Let's swap tails at the Rising Stones, then. On our path to control the chamber, we discovered a number of dormant thralls. It would seem the machines that preserve their forms also hold them in a state of torpor. Yeah. We need not fear them summoning their deity anew. In short, our work here is done, for the present at least. Let's go home, shall we? Regulus, let's fight his little man fighting that guy, woo. Bum 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 bum. Baby girl food? Okay. Your senses are sharp, young one. Oh, your senses are sharp, young one. I am Regula von Hydrus, legatus of the 7th Legion. 6th Legion. That's VI, not VII. And it would seem that the damnable woman and her accomplice have led me a merry dance through the thickest of this infernal island's defenses. To think that I pursued them. I shall withdraw for now. My lesson learned. I doubt it. You Garleans never learn. You covet the mean to enslave primals. By your headlong dash to control that which you do not understand, you show less wisdom than the very beast tribes that summoned them. Oh.
I have no interest in crossing blades with children. Now, live, grow strong, and mayhap one day you will warrant my attention.
Then he's like, I'll be back. Live, grow, be strong, and one day you may warrant my attention. That voice doesn't fit how I feel. It could be good though, if only. Maybe I'll swap it next time.
I look back and you weren't there. Did something happen? Not of consequence. I mistook a shadow for a man.
No, I want to know about those. Probably hurt. Probably.
Just what have you been hiding beneath your mask, hmm? A longing for hope, an appetite for power, a lingering sense of regret. And do I detect a desire to test your strength against a certain hero? Is that what your gift tells you? No, those were just wild guesses, but I wonder if some few of my words didn't strike close to the mark. Or mayhap more than a few. Be at ease, Unukali. I remember. I have no supernatural ability to read minds. The echo simply allows me to comprehend, regardless of language, that which a fellow being would have me know. We need more cryo. We 100% need more cryo. I hope in dawntrail, whatever the next job ends up being, she gets it, because she deserves a little bit extra action in the spotlight. I love her. And she's like she's probably my favorite. You need not mask your heart as you do your countenance. Countenance? Countenance. That was a performance then? Huh, a ruse to uncover my true nature. I see. I shall have to keep my wits about me.
Oh, I didn't realize we have no benefits on. Ooh, does she have a big roll? I have to do Eureka in the future then. I mean, I'll be running through all like those special things at a point. Those, and then I'll grab all of those later. Badu.
So, Warrior of Light.
I mean, it has to do with the island that the students about Destiny were on that disappeared. Oh, fair. I don't think I've actually ever done Eureka stuff, so... that'll be fun to do in the future.
How does it feel to strike down so great a foe? You must tell me more of the experience once our meeting with your colleagues is concluded.
The relic set for Stormblood. Oh! That'll be fun. Yeah, Stormblood I've never done. Is that the worst relic grind? Ooh, really? Even worse than ARR? Oh, I guess if you're saying expansion, then not including ARR. Because ARR would be base, right? Technically?
Through thine all-surpassing skill at arms, do we now take our first step in ridding the star of the wearing triad's baleful presence, and in such wise do we lessen the burden bequeathed unto us by vainglory of Alleg. Is not bad in comparison. Damn, really? That's... yikes. Know, however, that the two icons which remain are thought equal in might to Sephiroth, and may yet exceed him. Ere thou proceed, I would counsel thee to marshal thy strength, and give careful thought to thy preparation. It's nearly impossible. Shit. Damn. That kinda sucks. But I'm not surprised. Like, what's the one that's in, the one that's on that battlefield? I'm trying to remember the name. I was doing a little bit of... We have to get, like, those, like, crystal like diamonds and yeah. So I did that for a while. And I really enjoyed it actually, but the Eureka now concerns me. I will try it in the future, but it concerns me. Yeah, that one's a pain to do, like when you're waiting for like that special like raid to come in. Like it's really fun to do, but it's super annoying when you don't get enough people for it to be like evenly split between top and bottom decks. His own leveling system in specific raids, yeah. I do really like that. I hope that in the future we can get another one sort of like it. Actually, I wonder, would we get... No, we just got another deep dungeon, didn't we? So I wonder what like our special thing will be in Dawntrail, but let's say, is it a deep dungeon? But we did just get one, I believe. So, its content is not run much anymore, making it very hard to do. Yeah. Assuming the Garleans afford us the luxury of time, even now they grasp for the means to dominate primals, blind to the technology's potential for calamity. My master taught me that the entity known as Sephiroth was the world's first sacred tree, elevated to godhood by the belief of its worshippers. There is no power more fearsome than that born of unconditional faith and unbending ideal. 'Tis plain your master found in you a willing student. Tell me, was it he who taught you of Allegan technologies, potential for calamity? Or are those your chosen? Are those your own words? 'Twas but a figure of speech, nothing more. But when we last met, I thought I caught a glimpse of the boy behind the mask, but it would seem your defenses are firmly back in place. Basically, Yggdrasil, yeah. I think that's how you spell it. That seems like the right amount of G's and other letters. Maybe an extra A? Somewhere? You must persist with this infuriating veil of secrecy. I, for one, would very much like to know of this master, who this master is, of yours is, among other things. 1S just looked it up. Oh. As long as our purpose align, what matter my affiliation? It matters a great deal. I do not ask out of idle curiosity. If we were to fight as comrades, we need to be able to trust each other. on which note, I should apologize for my earlier trickery. It was merely an attempt to get to the heart of the enigmatic companion. Truth be told, I was rather glad to see you. I was rather glad you reacted as you did. Not a person of your age has any business being calm and aloof all the time, much as you wish to be. Anyway, we had best be off. Do send word if there are any further developments.
She is the best, Lala.
Companion, now am I?
Two things about this trial series. First, 6 is your favorite FF game, so nostalgia plays a factor, and these are gods of Mercidia, which we may go into the future. Oh, that would be good. That would be really awesome. I mean, I can grab both here?
I'm troubled, Warrior of Light. The 6th Legion will not soon surrender its pursuit of elegant technologies. Okay. While it is true that the 6th suffered heavy losses in attempting to breach Azazel's defenses, the Legion is still very much a force to be reckoned with. Left to his own devices, it will not be long before the Legatus moves. Pray excuse the interruption, but a call to this link pearl can only come from one person, one of your fellow scions. Arcania Stola, what news? And you are quite certain they have broken through? Yes, of course. We shall leave immediately. It would seem the thing I feared most has come to pass. The Garleans have succeeded in dispelling the barrier Urianger placed upon the entrance to the research facility. We must intercept and destroy them before they acquire the means to control primal entities. Arcania Stola requests that we assemble at the scene of the intrusion. Pray depart at once. I will join you when I have information, or when I have informed the other scions of this development.
I'm just gonna grab both. I think he has a gift for me.
I have something for you, Warrior of Light. During our expedition to banish Sephiroth, I came across a certain relic, and I believe it would be put to use in your hands. It's a gun!
6th Legion that dealt with the series is a nice touch. Also for the weapon series, you're dealing with the 7th Legion. Ooh! I like how much lore this game has. And like in a non, like, annoying kind of sense.
It is an elegant device of the kind used to store information. In this case, the record of the ferocious conflict that took place on the shores of Mercidia between Icon Sephiroth and the forces of Alig.
The note where the bosses come from.
Ooh. Should you be present, present this tombstone to the verification node outside the Triad Control. The node system will analyze various aspects of the conflict and create for you a false icon against which you can train. Consider it a sort of mock battle that presumes a Sephiroth who has broken free of his shackles. If I understand the workings correctly, the node should be capable of manifesting a far stronger incarnation of the icon. This would mimic the catastrophic consequences were Sephiroth ever to absorb an additional source of energy, say by defeating another member of the Wearing Triad. A compelling challenge for a warrior of your ability, yes? You need not possess Mistress Kryle's knowledge of elegant technology to begin this particular battle. Simply present the tombstone to the node on the flagship and follow the orb's instructions. I hope the experience brings you valuable insight, Warrior of Light. EX is a pain soloable, but only as a tank as far as I know. Possibly Blue Mage. Ooh. I'm not, like, tossed about doing the EXs at the moment. Like, if... Okay, so they're both in the same area. Yeah. Like, if I have to wait a little while to, like, get a proper group going for it, then I don't mind that. I just want to have everything unlocked, if possible. Which is kind of what sucks about the Void Arc raids and stuff, but oh well. And if anything, I could potentially get people from the FC to help run it. But again, that could be in the future thing. I just want to make sure I have these all unlocked. You need at least 3 for alley raids. Yeah. I can do what I'm saying, but need more people. Yeah.
Activating verification system. Combat simulation request acknowledged. Awaiting tombstone data. Data processed. Adversary wearing triad Sephiroth. Defining simulation parameters. Bleep bloop. Warning. Threat level extreme. The Empire assumes no responsibility for the death or injury resulting from participation in combat simulations.
Or change. Yeah, it's so freaking...
Yeah.
What level is that again?
Activating reality augmentation. Initiating combat simulation. The Empire thanks you for volunteering to participate in this study. Post-mortem data will be used to improve the survival rates of subsequent participants. Your sacrifice is appreciated. Thanks, bud.
That's the third part of the Void Arc series. Fair. So we got containment.
Yikes.
Oh, we got S1 EX, I should say.
I see. We were the first to arrive. No matter, your colleagues should be here anon. They're wise indeed to keep this area under surveillance. Had the Garleans slipped by unnoticed, I dare not think the consequences. Archon Y'shtola set forth by... Heights. When it became apparent that the Legatus was attempting to breach the barrier, and arrived to find that he had succeeded. We must hope that he has yet to find the prize.
Like how unlocking EX and Heavensward and Beyond Quest aren't stuff. Exactly. That's why I'm not bothered by not having them complete right now, because exactly, I want my area to be as like unfiltered as I can. So if I have to remove stuff in the future, you know, hopefully I wouldn't be to the point where I have so many quests that I have active at once. But you know, sometimes it happens. To be fair, it hasn't happened to me in a long time. It happens to my friend a lot because he just never finishes quests sometimes.
Well met, Unokali.
And thank you for answering my summons so swiftly, Little. We shall all be glad of your presence should we meet with the 6th Legion, as seems all but certain. As you may be aware, the facility houses some of Aleg's most advanced technology. Accordingly, Urianger sought to deny the Empire easy ingress by weaving a ward of singular potency. Not singular enough, it would seem. I would be surprised if the Legatus has not reached the core laboratories already. 'Tis passing strange. I wove the ward in accordance with the most closely guarded teachings of the Archmages of Sharlayan. Naught was left to chance, naught. 'Tis well known that the children of Garlemald have no talent for arcane manipulation, nor hath the Empire more than cursory knowledge of sorcery, that they should succeed in unraveling the so complex a skein of magecraft, and with such surpassing swiftness tis passing strange. That it is Urianger, but 'tis a mystery for another day. Archon Y'shtola has the right of it. Before all else, we must move to safeguard the knowledge which enables the Allegans to harness Imperial primal energies. Sorry, I'm still waking up apparently. Of particular concern, this is the Genesis expression, the aetherchemical formula that allows the scholars of yore to create substance from nothingness. I know of no such formula. Whence came you by this information? From your enigmatic master, perchance? He did furnish me with that morsel, yes. And knowing exactly which prize the Legatus now seeks, enables us to predict his position. Do you not see? We have been gifted the perfect opportunity to remove the head of the entire Legion. I didn't think you quite so bloodthirsty, Unukali. Surely safeguarding secrets should take precedence over slaying Legatuses? Prior sentiments reflect my own. Yet the two objectives need not be mutually exclusive. What say you, Urianger? It's like, I really want to become an astrologian right now. Crazy. Maybe in a little bit. Urianger? Forgive me. My thoughts were bound up in idle imaginings. In answering to thy question, milady, I am content to be led by thee in this matter. My bad. Right, I've enabled the facility's teleporters. Shall we? You dwell on the matter of the barrier. I do. Verily, 'twas a warding spell of a labyrinthine intricacy, the brainchild of the head of the students of Baldessian himself. Even the more learned archons would require several moons to disentangle such an enchantment. To do so in mere bells would require some preternatural or power akin to the very echo itself. The echo, you say? And I go. I'm assuming. Wait, which one? To the facility terminal. Oops.
No, it's not that. It's which one? No. Which one do I click? Oh, wait. I'm really stupid. Ignore me. It put me in front of this one because that's where I was standing, and I didn't think. Oh, this is weird. Where's the instance? Oh my god. I need something stronger than coffee, but less than cocaine. That's coming from a guy who doesn't drink coffee. Or do coke, I should also say. That brain took a break. It really did. God.
The terminal has been activated. Prepare to teleport to the Aether-Chemical Research Facility. The Galleons strike the heart of the facility, and the Legatus spearheads their charge. We must be swift in our pursuit, says Eorzea. I shall contend with this foe. Press onward, comrades.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Eorzea.
There he is. Van Hydrus.
In the name of the Emperor!
I'm missing these ones, huh? Come here, guys. I got you. Oh, there's more. Hey, come over here, guys. Little Cryle needs you, is what your Stola said.
Though I will stand guard over Mistress Cryle, you must prioritize.
You must keep the Legatus from his prize.
Leave her in your care, then. You'd best keep her safe, Unukali.
Big boy. Oh, okay, he has to blow up. Lame. I self-detonate 145 damage.
Such a laboratory should be up ahead. Let's hurry along, shall we?
I feel like this used to take a lot longer in the past.
After the Legatus. And they still come. Press on, little. I will handle this. I have exposed the bones of their work, now to extract the marrow. This will be the voice I give him. For some reason. If, even in the moment of my triumph, you persist in your misguided crusade, so be it. I shall present my prize to the Emperor alongside your head.
What? Get out of here, turret.
Savages.
Where'd he go? Okay. Aha, there you are.
You shine of a.
Can you withstand this? There is nowhere to run. Can you withstand this?
Come here, bud. Get back here. A lot more fun when you're standing in your own goop, even though you can't get hurt by it.
Can you withstand this? My weapons inhibitors exist for a reason, but I will not lose to you again.
That's a big tiger. Rawr. Oh. Was not paying attention, honestly. Got it.
Enough!
Ouchie. Oh no, you did no damage to me.
Little.
Hello, Yisola. The Tomleth is unbreached then?
Yep.
Ryle.
My wounds will not slow my blade should you seek to bar my path.
And you would slay me, no doubt, but it would be your final act.
I just kicked your ass and I will do it again, but this time I will not let you stand. Yeah.
Madness afflicts you, Eorzean fools. The Emperor but desires to means to shackle the Icons and their destructive appetites. Why do you rail against your own salvation?
Go for the kneecaps. Exactly. That's why I'm small. I'm kneecap height. Like his armor is fire.
It is not for man to wield such power. The primal energy your Emperor seeks to contain will be as kindling, waiting for a spark. Forget not the White Raven, Legatus. Like thee, he presumed to wield the power of Allig, and invited the calamity in doing so. The star's fate is too important to be decided by any one man, a warmongering savage least of all. Have care, boy. You speak of my emperor.
You hit him with the boy.
But dying here in defense of his honor will not further his cause.
What a blinding light. This is what the weekend was talking about. Calling a Garlean a savage, them's fighting words. True.
Well, well, I appear not to be dead.
Oh, how? It's like, I appear not to be dead, but I'm having a heart attack. It's like, ah, shit.
Cryle. I may have a cracked rib. Or two. I'll be fine, honestly.
Our foes gave no quarter. Had Unukali stinted in his defense of thee, thou mayest be certain thy hurt would be far worse. Why do you speak the way you do, Riange? I hate it sometimes. I could do no less. Mistress Cryle is here at my behest after all.
Oh, 100%.
The secrets of Allig are safe for the present, though 'tis doubtful the Legatus will return to Galamod till the prize of his coveteth lieth in his grasp.
It's funny, Daniel and I were actually having this conversation a while ago. And I think we landed on that we think Sid might be someone who's gonna get yucked soon. You're still got about 5 to 6 more lives left. Exactly. I'm trying to think who would be the most painful Scion to lose personally, and it's tied between Y'shtola, Cryle, Urianger, not Urianger, Y'shtola, Cryle, Alfino, and a lovely red-haired cat boy. Also, I didn't notice. You can just see me. That would be interesting. He just retires. He's like, I'm too old for this. I could see them injuring Thancred severely, where he's not able to fight anymore and becomes like the guy behind the chair, or the guy in the chair. I think Thancred is one of the more developed. Yeah. Maybe. Traveling off to a faraway land to be with someone he cares about. That would be crazy if they did pull that. I would love if that actually happened.
Then we must redouble our efforts to protect this place. Cryle and I will place additional seals upon the Tomlith.
Like how it's the same conclusion, just different way of getting to said conclusion of, like, saying it.
Unukali. I appreciate you staying at my side. Thank you.
Like how they showed me first and not the guy she's actually thanking.
'Twas not.
Yeah. After all he's been through, he deserves to be able to settle down and be happy. But Final Fantasy games aren't about being happy, guys. We gotta remember that.
Oh, please. It was a good deal more than that. You know it. Now let me help you. When a woman thanks you for saving her life, the customary response is, "You're welcome."
Same.
You're welcome.
I realize that if I finish off these trials today, if I don't plan on doing what I'm thinking of, tomorrow or Friday. Wait, what day is it today? Tomorrow is Friday. Tomorrow could be the beginning of... Oh, man, today's Thursday. Holy shit. I thought today was Wednesday. Tomorrow could be the beginning of Stormblood. Or Monday will be the beginning of Stormblood. I think Monday will be the beginning, if anything. Although, I'm still a little tossed on it. I really enjoy Samurai at the moment. But a part of me misses being a healer. Days are confusing, they all end. Exactly. I don't know one day from the other day. Like, come on. It's when you do the same thing every day, when you wake up, eat the same breakfast, watch the same show, do your work or whatever you want to call this, and then have the same night. It just all bleeds together so much. The weekends are the only times that I'm like, oh yeah, that day was different. Unless I have like an appointment to see a doctor on the weekday. But like I was saying, I'm enjoying playing as Samurai. Or I was enjoying playing as Samurai in Heavensward. But I do miss playing a healer. And I wouldn't mind being a scholar just because I feel like scholar and warriors go hand in hand. Like Unga Boonga, but also book smart.
Urianger. Are the new wards already in place?
It's like, no, I just came here to beat your ass, kid. Just give me a second. My colleagues toil upon their enchantments. I come unto thee in secret, that I might question thee outside their hearing. That's true. So I would still be playing in DPS if you think about it.
Question me?
I would speak with the one who undid my subtlest magecraft, he who invited the Imperial Legatus into the facility in hopes of engineering a man's demise at the hands of the Warrior of Light.
You accuse me of masterminding this day's events.
Exactly. I should make if I play Scholar, I should make a macro that when someone dies and I'm rising them, it'll be like, my bad, Eos, or not my bad, Eos was busy checking out Twitter. She won't let you die again.
The plan may have been thy master's, but the deed was thine. Thou didst lure the legatus of the 6th Legion into a trap from which he was not intended to emerge. 'Tis plain to me now that thy seeming opportunism in proposing his elimination was feigned, and that his death was the object of thy plan from the first. And you have proof of this. Thine own words betrayed thee. Thou didst speak of the Empire's desire to claim the Genesis expression, the existence of which even the learned Miss Kryl was ignorant. Whence then did the legatus come by such definitive knowledge? And then there is the matter of mine unraveled ward. None save one possessed of an otherworldly gift could have so swiftly effected its dissolution. Know thee of another blessed with such? Superior fairy. I mean, isn't... Wait, which is the one that was removed? Because I've been too lazy to actually, you know, glam my fairy, which is the base one now. Assuming these accusations have merit. Removed as an ability, perhaps. Yes. She is still with us in spirit, and with glamour. Full many times, and oft doth the pursuit of truth led by men down darkened paths. I take no issue with thy purpose, 'tis but thy method I would call into question. In the Garlean Empire we have a common foe. Hadst thou deigned to share thine intentions with little or Mistress Kryl, 'tis like that we have closed the trap, with less risk to life and more success. I sought to use the most dangerous secret of Alec as bait. Who among you would agree to such a reckless plan? That's true. That is immortality. Also, Brad had a panic attack. I thought you said Eos, which is an... Oh, what game? I'm curious. None, and with good cause. Irrespective, thou wert remiss in thy duty to thy comrades. I note with some disappointment that in matters concerning the primals and those... Divinity. Ooh! I never played Divinity. But I hear good things. Where was I? I note with some disappointment that in matters concerning the primals... No, wait, none with good cause. Irrespective, thou wert remiss in thy duty to thy comrades. I note with some disappointment that in matters concerning the primals and those who would control them, the cold rationality upon which thou so pridest thyself is conspicuous by its absence. It's like, do you know me from somewhere? No, just perfect coincidence. Know the salvation of the star is an end too vast for any one of us to accomplish alone. Shouldst thou fail to trust thy comrades, I foresee thy actions precipitating some terrible misfortune. Indeed. My sincerest apologies, Little. Eorzea is correct in his suspicions. It was I who orchestrated this encounter with the Empire. I would ask that thou forgive Unukali's this transgression, and keep mention of it from Miss Kryl. 'Twould be a pity for one foolish decision to wither their budding camaraderie ere it had a chance to bloom. Sure.
There you are, you rotten idler. When Y'shtola realized we were struggling with the ward alone, she was absolutely livid.
Ah, never mind the wearing triad. I have awoken Archon Y'shtola's tempestuous, there we go, wrath. In supplicant mood, shall I return at once, and there atone for mine indolence.
What a little comedian. He's just really trying to get on that good side. He wants to get that Y'shtola. I'm not. He wants to get with Y'shtola. Change my mind.
Come, little. It is time we return to the Rising Stones.
Can you teleport me over there, or do I have to do it all alone again, you jazz?
Uh-oh, cat got mad. Must go. It was like, oh no, I will have less chance of having the cat as mine beautiful wife.
Ba-dum bum bum. Bum ba da ba da da ba ba da ba.
Male characters probably wanted to get with Y'shtola. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Once again, I must apologize for acting without your consent or counsel. As a gesture of mine repentance and a sign of good faith, allow me to share something of myself with you.
Got Catman waiting for true big.
As Urianger suggested, I possess the gift of the Echo, though it is of a nature different from yours. Regardless, I would use my gift for the self-same purpose, salvation of this star, and nothing poses a greater threat to the world than the proliferation of primal harnessing technology. I know this only too well. But I am talking, what I am about to divulge concerns the fate of the star entirely. On this other world, a magic was devised that allowed the realm's champions to companion a stone known as Eorzea to contain the power of primals. So armed, these heroic souls conquered god after god, oblivious to their weapons' fatal imperfections. Its propensity to bleed primal energies, and with each victory, the heroes change, transforming into the very fiends of endless appetite. Insatiable of their hunger for ether, they ultimately went to war over the star's ever-dwindling life force, and fought until there was nothing left. Thus, as Urianger so astutely observed, I'll look at that later. I am faced with those who rush to embrace power. Unchecked, I lose all semblance of rationality. Know that my master, too, cares deeply about the fate of this star. I am his servant, his instrument, sent here to ensure the same tragedy does not consume another world.
Damn, brother.
Alright, I'm gonna be AFK for a quick second. I'll be right back.
Alright. Gotta go check on the dog for a little bit to give her some food. That's very hard to do when you can't reach the bowl. Am I gonna... let me restart the game now. Let's just do the quick little restart before I forget. Ba-da-da-da-da, do-do-do, do-do-do. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, ba-da-ba, ba-ba-ba. Do-do, do-do-do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. All right. Glory of light. If this world is to survive, we must needs move forward with our plan. Another pillar of the Wearing Triad must be stopped. The question of which has already been answered following our encounter with the Legatus. Archon Ystrola detected erratic etheric waveforms emanating from the sector containing the icon Sophia. Known simply as the Goddess in former times, such readings can mean only one thing. She is close to awakening. Let us return to Azazel forthwith and put an end to this primal deity, lest she rise again in all her terrible glory. Lest me turn on my light in here, or else I be absorbed into the darkness. It was dark as hell in this room. Warrior of light, savior of worlds, rider of hat corpses. Fat Cat will never not be one of the most disturbing things in this game. We appear to be the first to arrive. Shall we wait for our colleagues here? Sure. Could the 6th Legion have returned? Maybe. Little Unukali. We're under attack. Ystrola and Urianger have engaged the foe, not far from here.
Rarely is my shield thus tested. 'Twould seem the Elegans have not been lax in their recruitment.
Excuse me?
You think so? Mayhap your arm merely withered whilst you laid idle.
Still your tongue, we have stored them long enough. With scales in hand, the goddess shall arise, and righteously cast off her cursed pall, that she, the wrathful Worm King, at her side, might judge and thence bring balance unto all. Hear my words and despair, Elegans. Our goddess is awoken. Your civilization has birthed the instruments of its own undoing.
Poggers.
Tis well that you are here, little. I should like to know that our assailants were saying.
I should like to know what our assailants were saying.
You understood their words, did you not? That was a Mericidian dialect. If mine ears do not deceive.
Yeah. One of my hairs like went into my mouth. It felt very weird.
Though, one which breath scant resembles to any spoken in recent times. As for our antagonist's meaning, I do gladly defer to those blessed with the echo. The one with the shield seemed to think that we were Alligans. He recited that it sounded like a verse of a prophecy that claimed their goddess is awoken. Is that about right, little?
Yeah, about right.
And might we assume that this deity of theirs is the very icon we've come to topple?
Yes, indeed.
Aye. From their tongue, their words, and their attire, 'tis like that our antagonists were Mericidian, thralls to the goddess Sophia, and the victims of the Allegan incursion. If as Cryo claimeth, thy thought us of Allig, 'tis little wonder they sought to bring us low. You suggest that Sophia's servants have been liberated from their containment. Then we have no choice but to accept the words of her awakening as truth. Gods help us. The Wearing Triad have proved to be formidable enough when we roused them from a fraction of their strength, true strength. Should Sophia break free at the peak of her power, Little and his friends won't stand a chance. Let us be about it then. Little Cryo, Unukali, the three of you will make for directly for Sophia's containment facility. Urianje and I will do what we can to occupy the Icon's thralls.
Yes, ma'am. I like how the two taller ones go together and the three shorter ones go together.
Mrs. Cryle, do you perchance recall the words of the prophecy in its entirety? Let me see. I believe it was, with scales in hand the goddess shall arise, and righteously cast off her cursed pall, that she, with wrathful Worm King at her side, might judge and thence bring balance unto all. Okay. Am I all good to invite you back, Claire? E1. Which fine. Ready to slap a goddess? Absolutely. I guess we're gonna be doing this one synced as well, correct? Yep, okay. Let's see, 8 minutes. It'll be the OT. Oh, fine. All I remember, I think this is the one that, like, tips left and right. But, unlike the extreme, the rails stay? Yeah. I haven't done this one in a while, but I've done EX like I feel like 3 months ago. The railing stays till after the first scale tip. Okay. Let me go see this dragon. The markers for what way? What's going are easy to see. Yeah. More lines mean it's tipping that way, so go opposite. Okay. So if one side has 2 lines, the other has 3, you go to the one that has 2. Hello, dragon. Goodbye, dragon. So if 1 line on right and 2 on left, you go right. Okay. Time to go into the abyss. Oh, okay, that's the bottom. On EX, it's colored lines that each have a different weight. Orange and blue, I think. Orange are heavier than blue. Ooh. I actually didn't remember that part. It's like you get 2 blue, 1 orange, and then 3 orange. Yeah, so you go to the side that has the 2 blue, 1 orange, right?
because the 3 orange would be like double, if not triple the weight. I don't know how many blues would weigh. Maybe 2 blues equals 1 orange. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I go underneath this. Does that count? Oh, we lost our DPS.
Green.
Ah. No, well, it's not that bad since the first part, someone attack on 3 off. Yeah. In theory, obviously, significantly easier. Just depends on how our randoms are. So for ad phase, one guy drops ISOE that's really damaging dot on you, so don't step in it. Got it. I see ice, I don't go near or in. Well, I can go near if I have to, but people thought it was supposed to help you so you don't get thrown off, but it does too much damage, so it's not worth it. So they thought it was like a leaden that like holds you down. It does slow your movement. Yeah, it slows you down. It's not slowing down the ability for you to get thrown the hell off. I realize I'm slowly rising this whole time. I've been down in a little bit. I haven't. Oops, not there. Recall if this takes so long. Okay, I'll let it go until it hits the like 8-minute 30-second mark. If it does, then we'll go into unsync. Drink. Alright, and yeah, I don't think we're gonna be getting it, sadly, with what are you gonna be dropping it in at, or dropping it to it as? Is it come? Okay.
Ooh, Reaper.
I leave the goddess in your capable hands. Just watch out for her worshippers.
Yes, ma'am. Look at her. Scales of justice. Time to read. True. This would be going crazy for people.
I'm helping.
Know you the full weight of death.
Hey. Ooh.
To me, my faithful. Come forth, scales of revelation. I would know the weight of your souls.
Ouch.
Can you bring equilibrium? My revelations are lost.
Dancers would go crazy for that outfit.
I see the goddess is no more. Well done. Once Crown and Unukali have rejoined us, we may safely depart. One thing yet puzzles me, however. How did Sophia's servant come to awaken from their slumber? I believe we have the answer to that. Discover the remains of Galdian soldiers in an adjacent sector of the containment facility. It is like that the fool ventured too close to Sophia during the Emperor's previous incursion and was enthralled for his troubles. Another reminder, if any were needed, as to the incalculable threat posed by the beings, the goddess would not have been conscious when she claimed the man's will. And yet, his mistake granted her the means to release her servants. and would have resulted in her own liberation had we not been on hand to intervene. I do much wonder that the Icon's pawns was capable of so effectively manipulating the facility's containment system. How came he by such refined knowledge? That too is easily explained. During our investigation, Kryl discovered that a subtle flaw in one of the mechanisms, which held the goddess in check. A flaw which had plainly been added intentionally. Upon examining the facility's records of the period, we were able to piece together the story. It was a time toward the end of the Third Astral Era, when the people of Eorzea faced extinction at the hands of the Allegan Empire. Sophia, a being of incomparable cunning, was said to have communicated certain plans to her servants through the medium of a trusted oracle. Following the instructions, they duly conspired with a rebel faction within Alleg, who we believe agreed to tamper with the prison intended for Sophia. And then the goddess and her thralls chanced to be captured, though we suspect that this had always been their plan. Get a little drinking. Indeed, the prison was situated at the heart of Alleg, and we think they intended to attack the city from within. They would merely have to wait for the rebels to exploit the weakness in their confines. But then the conspirators' dealings with the Mercidians were exposed before they could enact their plot, and all were summarily executed. It seems that the flaw in itself remained undiscovered. However, might have remained so until the end of days, had it not been for the actions of the Archbishop, subsequently the Garleans. I cannot help but wonder what might have come to pass had their scheme been successful. Mayhap the answer lies in the prophecy. Kryl hath the right of it. Its words may be deciphered thus, and the cursed Paul speaketh of Sophia's prison, from which she was supposed to emerge at the agreed hour. The Worm King, meanwhile, can be none other than Bahamut himself, then yet a prisoner whom Goddess didn't intend to unleash upon Alleg, set right the scales of justice. Blah, blah, blah. English hard. A foolhardy plan. Had it come to fruition, the two of them would surely have razed the realm. Naught would have been spared the devastation, the Mercidians' homeland included. Their home has already stood on the brink of oblivion. Mayhap they wished for naught else but to purge the poison of Alleg with primal fire. The tale teacheth us that even the greatest of man's creation may be brought low by a single act of treachery. The Allegans were fools to place their trust in technological bondage. The shackle such beings is but to delay the inevitable, not save their total destruction, shall free us from their menace. Let us return to the Rising Stones and consider their final steps of this most needful task.
Reading a lot of words right now. Yeah.
The threat posed by the facility is far greater than you imagine, Eorzea, and one not limited to the icons themselves. Sophia's remaining servants must be put down.
Bleep bloop warning. Deactivating stasis chamber support system will result in subject termination. Enter identification code to continue.
Woke up and chose murder true.
Identification code accepted. Subjects terminated.
It's like, what if I just murdered everyone today? That could be fun.
I witnessed that, Unukali.
Through the rising stones we go. Through the rising stones. As the lady dances. Yeah, 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 yeah.
It does solve the problem, but is it right? Yeah, it's like the big thing. You're getting rid of a problem, but you are murdering in technical forms innocent people whom don't realize that a war that they are fighting is no longer a thing. So it is kind of like a gray area. How many of them were held against their wills to do this?
Thought I missed Warrior of Light. Arcana Strolla mentioned that there was a matter she'd wish to discuss.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I'm not the one who said kill them, so I'm technically accessory in this situation, which gets me less time. But you know that you're killing bad people isn't necessarily bad, it's just a little gray.
Well met, Little. Will you forgive me if I seem curt? But I would settle an account with our young friend. While considering the final, or conducting the final sweep of Sophia's containment facility, we discovered that all her remaining thralls had perished in their stasis chambers. This was your doing.
I'm definitely small enough to be an accessory. Yeah, I'm like a backpack or a necklace.
Aye, it was. I chose to act upon the knowledge revealed within the testimony we uncovered,
Or we recovered.
The true purpose of these prisons is far more horrifying than first assumed.
The Alligans were not simply observing the icons
and siphoning away their energies. They were conducting experiments in preparation for far more ambitious projects. If you recall, both the fiend and the goddess were imprisoned within massive spherical structures. These spheres were prototypes which paved the way for successful construction of artificial celestial body. You speak of Dalamud. Aye, the icon's cages are unmistakably of the same design as the Red Moon. To be plain, the research facility contains the seeds of 3 calamities, which might feasibly be visited upon at a chosen target. Eliminating one of them necessitated the destruction of the goddess' slumbering thralls. A distasteful task, unbefitting one such as the Warrior of Light. Thus did I resolve to perform the deed myself. You have made your case. 'Tis apparent that we are not in full possession of the facts, nevertheless.
Your notion of what may or may not be expected of little is presumptuous in the extreme. When the Warrior of Light chose to join the Scions, he did so in the knowledge that he would be required to face and destroy not only primals, but their fanatical servants. That which you term a distasteful task is an essential part of our calling, a burden which every Scion is sworn to shoulder.
I've murdered before, sir, and I shall do again in the future if it means to keep the world safe from godlike beings. In game, obviously. This is how Little speaks, apparently.
I see. 'Twould seem I misjudged the depth of your resolve. Just a little bit. No matter. Assuming I have made myself understood, we need not speak of it again. There is, however, one other subject which merits the discussion. Determined that Sophia's thralls were awoken by Garlean soldiers who had somehow gained access to the containment area. Did you not? If that is the case, it seems highly doubtful that the interloper wandered into such a dangerous part of the facility by chance. Dissidents within the empire claim that the 7th Legion is rife with agents under order to thwart the Legatus' mission by any means necessary. Lest you imagine that we have allies in Garlemald, I should clarify that their motive is wholly uncharitable. Regula von Hydrus rose to the top of the Garlean military on merit alone, and is fiercely loyal to the Emperors for recognizing his effort. His compeers, by contrast, rose through the favor of the established order, and would accordingly do anything to see him fail. That they would be so reckless. You truly believe that the actions of these agents contributed to the recent crisis? Aye. And that they pose no less a risk to the realm than those loyal to the Emperor. Plainly, we must needs continue to do all in our power to prevent the technologies of Alec from falling into the hands of man. On that point, at least, we have ever been in complete agreement. Complete. I think you'd have this, Warrior of Light. It is an elegant tombstone, similar to the one recovered after your victory over Sephiroth. Records contained within describe the goddess of at the highest of her power, which enables Azazlah's reality augmentation technologies to generate an idolization simulacrum of Sophia, against whom to test your skills. From what I have been able to determine, this formed part of the greater trial intended to test Alec's elite warriors. Quite how it will compare to the challenge presented by the Fiend's tombstone, I cannot say. I suppose there is only one way to be certain. Visit the verification node at Azazlah and witness firsthand what awaits the champions of Eld. Greetings, Warrior of Light. But one pill of the Wearing Triad remains, Zervan, the icon known as the Demon. According to the histories I have uncovered, the monstrous being was worshipped by a race of Mericidian beastmen. These creatures are the key to maintaining Zervan's manifestation, and we can be sure that many such thralls will be imprisoned somewhere within the research facility. It is imperative that we determine their exact location as swiftly as possible. We dare not risk repeating the near disaster we suffered at the hands of Sophia's servants. Pardon me. As such, your fellow Scions have already begun to exhaust
begun an exhaustive search, but there are several sectors which only you, Kryl, and I can enter without fear of enthrallment. Let us make our way to Azaslaw forthwith and aid the investigators. Let's go! Okay, so they're in the same zone. Let's... I just got my dragon, so I don't know, I love the dragon. Eventually, when I decide to go to the FC's house, I will put my chocobo up into it, make it a light gray, and name it Ambrosia. I'm so excited for the 16 crossover in the future. I might be Alfino Littler at the moment, but I would like to be Clive Smallfield. That's true. I don't... Like, do I have to be the one who... Oh, I like the dragon. Do I have to own the apartment, or can it just be an apartment in general?
Look, activating verification system. Enlistment program request acknowledged. Awaiting tombstone data. Data processed. Advisory wearing triad. Sophia threat level extreme. Successful applications will progress to elite squad induction. Families of unsuccessful applicants will receive twice standing death benefits. Before initiating this program, elite squad applicants must agree to extensive physical modification. Good job, the apartment, but the stable outside. Ah, fair. How much are apartments on this? Apartments are rather cheap. Ooh, I might go take a look at one at a point then. Data corrupted. Unable to verify input. Applicant agreement accepted. But activating reality augmentation, initiating enlistment program. The Empire thanks you for your service. Postmortem data will be used to improve the survival rates of subsequent applicants. Your sacrifice is appreciated. It lets you empty any furnishings you may have. Fair. Oh, I never thought of that. I don't know where I would want a an apartment at the moment. Little, it is good we caught up with you. The facility has been stormed by Imperial troops. By their standard did we judge them soldiers of the 6th. Aye. Once more doth Rhaegal von Hydrus stretch forth his hand to seize the forbidden fruit of Alec, and once more have our meticulous wards been swept aside like so many cobwebs. Your Madison ward were destroyed from within by pulsating energies of icons. Pardon on Ishgard, since I have... No, so it's more storage. Smart. Nay, put up your weapons and listen, followers of Zervan have awakened and they toil to rouse their master. That'd be awesome. Just having like a little personal homemade obstacle course. The demon worshippers yet slumber when we confronted Sophia. Could the tampering of her thralls have been more widespread than we thought?
They shared a common enemy. 'Tis not unthinkable that they would seek to free all those the Alligans have imprisoned. Yes, yes. The cage doors are open, and whilst you stand here, quibbling over who picked the lock, my soldiers are inside the facility, risking their lives and their sanity. They have volunteered to face death to prevent Zervan's servants from waking him in the fullest of his power. Now, assuming you have at last understood the gravity of the situation, it is time that I rejoined them. You cannot hope to succeed. The icon will enslave the minds of any who draw near. Thus did I seek out those the power to resist influence, aid us, and mayhap my men will not perish in vain. Propose an alliance. I have delved into the depths, of this place, and found the technologies wanting. These mechanisms have failed to hold their prisoners, and such broken artifacts are unfit to bring before the Emperor. Twice have you bested me in combat. Will you now lend me that strength and stand against our mutual foe? 'Twas an opposite to your reckless schemes that Yazel was lost to us. You expect us to simply forgive and forget all that has come before. I expect you to put aside your emotions and use your better judgment, but of course I'm dealing with savages. We'll not stand here and justify the deaths of the Ice Maiden. We pursued our ideals, and you pursued yours. Such was the result, and mayhap you might consider another point. In these endless clashes, we have all lost comrades dear to us. Yet I choose to put aside my past grievances, to beg your companion's aid, to appeal to your reason. Thou art willing to build a bridge of common purpose, upon such tremulous foundations. I too am hesitant to accept this arrangement, Archon Y'shtola, but the offer has been made to the Warrior of Light, and 'tis his involvement which shall ultimately sway its outcome. I shall abide by Little's decision. Devon must be stopped. I don't want to fight alongside them, but... Then for better or worse, we shall fight at your side. It's just Cryo and I are also resistant to the Primal's influence. We shall aid you where we can. Then let us be on our way. Yeah. That's the thing. Some of them have very good points. Yes, they may have killed our friend, but we have also killed many of his friends, and he is coming to us to ask for it. He is trying to beat a common enemy and prevent a calamity from happening. Our companions have already pressed through to the research facility. We should not lag behind. Oh, that's right, it's this one. The demon stirs. Yes, it does. Like a suckling babe, he feedeth upon the ether siphoned unto him by his thralls. We must need deprive him of this sustenance. Sustaineth is what I was gonna say. Then we destroy those devices.
Yep. I think he's a good guy.
Hold, witness your soldiers.
Oh. I like the idea of non-evil Garleans.
They've turned against one another. Even half awake, Zervan corrupts and converts those who enter his aura. I don't know why his voice became this now, but... The three of us then, little Unukali. We rush in and each disable the generator. We cannot give them the chance to relay the defense.
To rally a defense.
There are 4 mechanisms by my count. If I can avoid the Icon's miasma, my blade will make short work of the last one. We, all of us, have pledged our lives to. Keep your lives. I would rather you tend to my fallen. Some may yet survive with their minds intact.
Which, yeah, no, you're completely right. It's like hey, what we're doing is right by our means. What you're doing is right by your means. But the issue is we don't like what you're doing. So we want to colonize.
I know not if my strength will be enough. I am no champion. The battlefield is no place for uncertainty, boy. Fate has blessed you with a unique talent, and an occasion to use it. Do not waste such a gift.
Yeah, like look at what's his name? Sid. He's a Garlean. He's a good guy.
We strike.
Oh, the music. Look at that Dark Knight.
Gods, Zervan is. Unukali.
Damn, what a badass guy. Yo, he's a Dark Knight Gunbreaker. That's awesome. I think so. It's just nice to hear like the guitar solo at the beginning. It's so like singular. Oh. Can I have your sword by any chance?
He slumbers once more.
But yep. Man was ripped partially.
You saved me. Why? I told you, boy, your gift is too precious to waste. A gift the Emperor may one day have need of in his war upon these untamable icons. Emperor Varus, he raised me up the ranks, stood against my detractors. I gladly gave my life in his service. You must finish this. Slay the leeches upon our star. Kill them all. Kill Zervan. Emperor Varus, my love. We must needs withdraw and prepare our assault. At the cost of his very life, the legatus hath praised. Open for us a window of opportunity. This was like a lowborn, but proved himself to Varus and won his respect. Yeah. And it's a good man. He's dead. Had only I been stronger. Enough of that. There will be time for regrets after we rid the world of Zervan. Kryl has the right of it. The demon has fallen back into torpor for now. But we must act swiftly if Regula's death is to have meaning. The survivors speak of an army of thralls loose in the facilities, and we must assume that these followers continue their efforts to awaken the icon. Let us then concentrate upon diverting them from their task. Mistress Kryl and Master Ulukali, prithee thee secure the control of Zervan's shackles and limit the restoration of his might. Archon Yashtol and I shall forge ahead and strike down those thralls as would see to hurry you. Warrior of Light, thine is as ever the most perilous duty. Gather to thee thy trusted companions, there we go, and extinguish from the realm of fires the demon himself. Where do you guys think our next, like, residential area will be? I'm really hoping somehow somewhere in the first. Just because I am a sucker for Shadowbringers. Are we all good to go, Claire? Oh, do it. That'd be really dope. Actually, I wonder if they would give us an area in the new location. Boomstick time. Like, somewhere in the dawntrail area. Nice of Crystarium, Eulmore, and probably Charlian. I would kill for a home in the Crystarium. I would cause a calamity for that.
There's been enough sacrifice for one day. We must take the chance we've been given and defeat Zervan now.
Because I have one more quest from yesterday that I have to complete still, which just gives me a bunch of orchestra rolls. I'll do that later, I guess. We're joining just to get a host. Yep. It's a cool gun. Yeah. Ouchie. Yeah. Yeah. Next calamity, a house opens up in Kuganek. Oh no, the most fearsome of all the calamities. This is so cool.
Good and evil, the war eternal. If such is my fate.
gonna do really quick. I'm gonna do this. No. All right. Let's do. God, bright is bright. Oops, not that. Wait a second. I'm trying to. I like my guy not to keep doing attacks and stuff, but it's fine, honestly. What emote do I want him to do? Victory. There. Gonna get a new thumbnail for today. And of course it's gonna be with fire and brimstone.
Incredible as always, Little. Hopefully that will be the last of our world, that will be the last our world sees the likes of Zervan. Every one of his thralls have been slain as far as we can determine. Our victory over the Whirring Triad is complete. An impossible feat had we not been blessed with your cooperation. And Claire. Mainly Claire. She did all the work. Let us not forget the efforts of Regula, Von Hydrus, and his men. Without their noble sacrifice, the demon would have awoken far sooner, and possessed far more formidable energies. Bodies of the fallen now accompany the survivors on their journey to Garlemald. 'Tis known that the Imperial recognize no god. Yet they would honor the dead in their own fashion. And when we next meet, our fleeting alliance will surely be forgotten. 'Twas an interesting exchange, nonetheless. We spoke of their present ruler as a man who values self-sufficiency. Varys befriended Regula in their youth, it seems, and was highly impressed by his martial prowess. It is common knowledge that Regula's rise to the legatus was a great part advocated by the Emperor himself. Regula freely admitted that his shortcomings when it came to politics, and was Varys' unconditional support that served to win his undying fealty. One does not expect such a tale of camaraderie to lurk beneath the Empire's iron exterior. Contrary to all expectations, the man died a hero. Witnessing the way you all leapt into danger without hesitation, it would seem I am surrounded by heroes. And yet my own actions were aught but heroic. I have no qualities nor the character to stand at the Warrior of Light's side. What a curious thing to say. Are you truly concerned with that you do not measure up to some arbitrary requirement? If you knew the path I walked to reach this place, then you would understand why I doubt myself. So, return with me to the Waking Sands, and I shall tell you of it.
They have the axe. Oh, they don't have the yeah, this is like one of my favorite axes for some reason. Don't know why, but I think it is just a very nice looking axe. Thought I hit the 360 a little bit harder than that. There we go. I barely went whoop. There we go. Do 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 ba da. Ba 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 da ba ba.
With your victory over Zivan, wearing Triad is finally defeated. I'm afraid, however, that mine own efforts have often been more hindrance than help. And you and your fellow Scions deserve to hear the reason behind my actions.
Hello. She waved to me specifically. She likes me.
I promise to tell you of my journey, of who I am, of where I came from, of where I am from. Truth is, I am not of this world. I was born of a different star, a child whose power of the echo was too feeble to save his dying world. A child who, unlike you, never became a warrior of light.
I like your hairstyle or your hair color.
But all I knew stood on the brink of destruction. I was yet half grown. Had I been born but a handful of years earlier, history may have written a different tale. The seeds of other heroes that had yet to fully sprout may not have withered and perished. The star I failed to save is known to you now as the Void. 13th? Through little knew not that I spoke of my homeland. I have explained to him before the cause of its ruin. A magic was devised to contain a defeated primal's might within a stone known as Eorzea, and the energies which bled from the imperfect vessel gradually corrupted the champions who wielded it. These heroes became slaves to an insatiable hunger for ether, eventually transforming into hideous fiends, and none who clung to the faint traces of light were strong enough to oppose them. The demons next turned upon each other in a war which drained the land's ether in ever greater amounts, until one day the star was suddenly swallowed by a flood of darkness, the entire world unmade in an instant. The void scent you encounter here, in this realm, are the twisted remnants of once mortal beings who gnaw on what motes of life forces remain. As I lay dying, beaten and broken, in my failed last stand, 'twas a white-robed Ascian who found my tormented spirit and bore me away into the rift betwixt worlds. Elidibus has been my master ever since. At my mentor's feet did I learn the nature of reality, of the existence of mirrored worlds, and the eternal struggle between light and dark. Sudden and overwhelming superiority for either side will shatter the balance. And the world in question will be returned into the void by a calamity beyond imagining. As a self-same appointed custodian of the balance, my master warned me that the source, the first of all worlds, slips perilously close to oblivion. What spirit did this master prefer such warning? A benevolent gesture or a veiled threat? You grab something really quick. I had a nail that, like, broke slightly, and did not want it to get any worse, because it was getting dangerously close to, like, the not white bit of the nail, whatever that area is called. And that usually hurts. The question to these questions, and more, do I mean to coax forth answers, yet no matter his intentions, that Hydaelyn doth teeter on a knife's edge is an undeniable truth. Knowing this, what choice was given to you? What choice was given you to make? I chose to join my master and act as his instrument on this star. The tragedy that befell my home cannot be repeated. I will see this world saved. And yet I hesitated at the most crucial moments. What right do I have to stand alongside a true warrior of light? You're my son, that's why. In thine own words, thou wert called before thy time, and I offer that thou dwellest overmuch. On the question of what maketh the hero, the search for the answer leaveth thee paralyzed with doubt. Heed me, Master Unukali. Thou needest not believe thyself a hero to perform great deeds. 'Tis the deed itself which earneth thee the hero's mantle. Aye, the ideals you hold can be less important than having the faith to act upon them. Regula's loyalty to the Emperor's guided his actions until the last, and though we did not see eye to eye on many things, his final deeds can be called not less than heroic. Personally, I find that faith in my companions allows me to act unhindered by uncertainty. I know that should I ever falter, Little and the others will be there to support me, or steer me back into the right path if needed. I see. In the days leading up to my world's destruction, I was entirely alone. I never knew that it would have so much, I never knew what it would have, what it was to have so much comrades, or such as comrades. I cannot imagine the loneliness you must have felt, but look around you now, Unukali. You're not alone anymore. Welcome to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Yeah. I will fulfill my promise to save this world. When I stumble, I shall be glad to have your hands there to steady me. My apologies, this is difficult for me. For so long have I spoken from behind a mask. We should all feel comfortable speaking without such concealment. I should help you appreciate the irony of that statement, Eorzea. Complete. Whilst we were examining the controls of Zervan's shackles, I found a tombstone that may be of interest to you a little. Would you take a look at it? Information contained within this device appears to have been used to generate a simulated battle of grueling difficulty. Challenges would be pit against the simulacrum of Zervan, the power of which has been enhanced to the icon's highest conceivable magnitude. It is described as the final trial for the most elite of Alleg's warriors. Indeed, to distinguish the truly exceptional among them. Yeah, having to fly from one end to the other, basically, is very annoying because Azazla only has one teleport, which I really would have liked if they did give us another teleport one day, but I feel like we're well past that. I've witnessed no champion more exceptional than the Warrior of Light. Are you not curious to see how powerful Zervan may have been? I urge you to visit the verification node and undertake this ultimate test of the elegant elite. Yeah, oh. Bam, 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 bam. I'm not fully sure. I'm going to unlock these two quests that the guy has. I also forgot. I never did my. There we go. Pet. Never did the pets. And what's the other one? Oh, interesting. A wondrous tale on the lips of every adventurer in this tavern, the details of which even I scarce believe. That they, those are the Savage unlocks? Okay. Might as well just get them so I can see if he has any quests for me in the future. Does he actually give me... No, the Wandering Minstrel's from everywhere else now, isn't it? The next one would be in Kugane. And then in the Crystarium. They say that within the rusting relic which straddles Thaliak, a hero met with a company of warriors wrought from solid steel. That was me. Aha! Rather, I thought it might be you. And you say you cross swords with these dreaded automata? Splendid, tell me everything. Let me hear the sounds of the battle echoing through the giant's iron innards. Yeah, I don't know where Ultimate's got unlocked either. Your story stirs my muse from her slumber. To think that the goblins would contrive mechanical soldiers that call themselves combine to form a veritable walking fortress. And within a walking fortress, no less, the tales of my boyhood were not half as fascinating. Your tale reminds me of another. That of the three great kings, Alexander, Midas, and Gordius, whose names must now seem rather familiar. Covetous to the core, they spent their lives in fever of conquest. Never for the moment satisfied with their lot, that an emulating paradise of wisdom and erudition should honor their memory is curious indeed. I can only assume that the genius who convinced it was possessed of a wicked sense of humor. Oh, a story steeped in myth could scarce fail to stir the spirit of song within me. Lend me your ear, friend, that I might regale you with a tale of your own adventure. The iron giant's iron, or the giant, oh my god, I'm already messing it up. In the giant's iron innards, the goblins did toil. Through sunrise and sunset, intruders to foil. Till the limb of their longing did chance to awake, a path for our wireless hero to make. And thus did he aim for the beast's second heart, cleaved both it and kept its keepers apart. God, this one's really hard for me to read for some reason. Yet in spite of his triumph, the goblins are left, and by means lost to meaning. When Kugane unlocks them. Ah, fair. In victory basked, yet the giant of steel was far more than it seemed, with power beyond knowing, potential ungleaned. This guy's no other quest. Ooh, these are the last ones that he gives. And thus was our hero compelled to withdraw, resolved to return to battle once more. There, our courageous struggle rendered in the native style, recalling your fantastical tales of youth. But tell me true, did I capture the spirit of your journey? I took certain liberties, of course, but then, such poems must do more than simply portray an event. They must tantalize the senses and stimulate the imagination. The hymn of battle is old as time itself, but strung from the heart, it can inspire even the meekest soul to greatness. How do I think of the poem will end? I was hoping you might tell me. Suffice it to say, I very much look forward to finding out. And then that gives... Oh, I actually have to go to the place, huh? The whispering winds bear tales of an adventurer's daring do unto mine insatiable ears. But one episode in particular whetted mine appetite. Did you perchance encounter the colossus steam of steel in Travania? I now have bread. Fresh too, it's so nice. Ah, so it is true. Pray speak on then, friend. I would hear more of your trials and tribulations within the towering automation. A god born of a goblin prayer, a citadel upon legs whose very life spelled death to all without. How marvelous. My muse stirs at the mention of such wonders, and moves me to sing. Hearken now unto your own tale, brave hero. Can I eat a piece of bread before you start singing, my friend?
Mm-hmm. That's true. Eventually I'll go for all the birds and horses. I see that as more a, like, full endgame content. I can go between each expansion trying to get the mountain stuff. Oh friends, far and near, I challenge you all to think of a marvel so strange or so tall. A steely-skinned giant whose veins coursed with steam, and those bright burnished bosom foul goblins did scheme. A heaven to they who therein did dwell, but one whose mere being made us a hell. Ay. Forsooth he could not well be left to abide, so into his huge hand a hero did stride, a battle through legions to reach his hard heart, conspiring at last to rend it apart. His core being no more, the giant still fell, through the goblins remained, there to plot further ill. Ah, my muse has left me. But tell me true, did I capture the essence of your journey? Well, a poem must change one or two details for dramatic effect. A ballad should rouse the audience, not send them to their sleep after all. Pray accept my humble verse into your heart. Songs give the listener fresh eyes to see, and mayhap mine own will allow you to look upon your deeds anew. Oh yeah. That's a bed. I'll grab yours in the future. I don't really want to grab these ones at the moment. Oh, that's the same girl. Okay. Okay, here. Wait. Let's just get the most annoying one over with. Then we'll go over here. Or, wherever I need to go for the other two. Am I teleporting for these other ones? Ah, okay, right there. Finishing up this spread really quick.
Activating verification system. Elimination trial request acknowledged. Await Tombstone data. Data processed. Adversary wearing triad. Zervon. Threat level extreme. The final qualifying test for surviving elite squad Enlistees preparation is only to permit participation is only permitted to candidates who agree to unrestricted biopsy proceeds following trial. Specifically, enlistees who successfully complete the program will be certified as genetically superior and must submit to cell harvesting for subsequent cloning initiatives. Elimination trial survival rates are currently calculated at 1.9%. Activating reality augmentation, initiating elimination trial. The Empire thanks you for your service. Postmortem data will be used to improve the task or the survival rates of subsequent candidates. Your sacrifice is appreciated.
I just went to a coughing and to a sneezing fit. Holy crap. Sneezing kind of hurts sometimes. I have one blue in here, which I think the unexpected proposal is for the weapon? You're on a magical retreat. Yeah, I know. But I'm not fully against that happening. I need to do this still. I'm actually the 24. Nope. I am going to guess that I'm not going to be doing those for some time. Like, to the point where I could see it not happening till I'm in, like, Shadowbringers or Endwalker. So another few months.
Alexander. Shocked. Light kicks. Stands guard over giant whirly cogs. None shall pass, none shall pass.
Alexander salvage, now accessible. Yeah. What I'm going to do is, during, like, major things, and we'll just get, you know, those done throughout time, or, like, while I'm leveling up a job.
Uplander wants to go inside. His curiosity not sated. Red bricks will give guidance. But beware, the giant is sleeping, not dead.
I'm gonna sleep on it again tonight, but I don't know. Tomorrow I might start trying to level up Scholar. So I'll probably queue up for the raid while I am doing that. Ever figure out what weapon you wanted from Alexander? I actually didn't end up looking last night. I might be on a little bit longer tonight. Not on stream, but like on the game itself. So I'll probably look then.
I'm still not sure how we managed it, but I'm just happy to be out of that godforsaken place. In one piece. Of course, it's a damn shame that happened to Mead.
Or what happened to Mead?
Hold on a moment, Little. She's what? Aye, Chief. Leave it to us. Bloody hells. Little Rock's round's gone missing. I've been worried sick about that poor lass ever since we got back. I mean, how would you feel if you saw your best friend throw herself into a running engine? I'll wager she's run off somewhere the two of them used to frequent together.
Wedge and I will have a look around. Why don't you search the collector's quarters? Come on, let's find her before she gets herself into more trouble.
I did not because I was exhausted and hungry. I'm basically only going until 7. So, like, 3 more minutes. I thought. I should have started off today, is it? But, you know. Actually, if I started earlier today, I would have been doing it first.
Shook. Oh, it's Uplander. Why does Uplander come to this place? Roundrox's worry is sorry for worrying Uplanders. Roundrox just wants to go quiet. Go to quiet place and do some back thinking.
Yo, The Quiet Place, great movies.
Running out of giant whirly cogs, Roundrox feels something rattling in pocket. So Roundrox reaches in and cannot believe what she finds. Rattling thing is glowstone, Roundrox's favoritist treasure. Shook. But it is dark. Even with many tryings, glowstone does not glow. For Roundrox, not anymore.
There you are, child. I'm worried sick about you. What's that? Little? Is Artemis?
It's her glow thing. It's her favorite treasure.
Codex is no longer responding to a touch. Intriguing. If not entirely surprising, were I to guess, I would hazard that it's because this experience has served to open her eyes. Enigma Codex was born from one man's all-consuming pursuit of perfection. Its knowledge sealed off from any who harbored even a sliver of doubt to the merits of the ideals it exuded. Quick things, Mead. Quick things. Exotic quick things, or whatever. Mead in her youth, Roundrox. Though the reasons might differ, arrogance, youthful idealism, childish innocence. None thought, there we go, to question the words within, and so the Codex opened itself to them. But now Roundrox sees with her own eyes what blind devotion to ideals can bring. And she is not the naive child she was before. It's all well and good to dream of building something perfect, but sooner or later you have to stop dreaming and start doing, hammering it together by your own hand, with your own blood, sweat, and tears. In doing so, you forced to confront your own failings, and dealing with your frustrations at the world's unfortunate habit of falling below expectations. Hells. There may come a time when you just want to tear the whole bloody thing apart and start again. But more often than not, you emerge from it all with something you can hold on to and carry with you into the future. And that will do something. And that will do a damn sight for more you than any starry-eyed ideal. There we go. God. My brain, I'm like going like uber dyslexic right now, where all the words are like meshing over and like swapping. I'm like reading ahead before I read behind, and
Shook. Roundrox understands Roundrox will collect more and more junk. Build cities of great treasure with own hands. Roundrox has just one wish. Not glowing glowstone is piece of Mead's dream Roundrox would give back to Mead. A noble wish, child. Would that we would grant it, but I fear the steel giant
and all that lies within is that barrier is far beyond the reach of mortal hands. Frozen in a single moment of the time, until the end of time. That's a fate I'd not wish on anyone.
Mew.
Well, look who it is. You have a knack for turning up underfoot, don't you? I am reminded of the apparent ease with which this little girl seemed to slip in and out of the Colossus. There is not, were it not for the small matter of time having stopped in there, I would send her in with Roundrox's glowstone without a moment's hesitation. To Muse, would that suggest the willingness to try?
Mew.
I want to give Roundrox a hug. She deserves it. Even that, giving a stone to the cat, in hopes of delivering it to two souls trapped in time. Now I think we've seen everything. Do you think those two will ever be free of that place? Mayhap one day, when the perfect future they sought to bring about becomes a reality. In that sense, one might even say their fate is in our hands.
Leave Roundrox. Roundrox works hard. Build sparkly, shiny future for Mead.
As we shall, child. And with that, little, we must take our leave. For all you have done to stave off yet another primal threat, you have our gratitude. I contacted Biggs and Wedge to let them know that they can call off the search. Needless to say, they were relieved to hear that Roundrox is safe. There was also a matter, they were looking to discuss with you. They say they'd be waiting for you back at Shortstop. If you will be returning to Shortstop, I would ask a small favor of you as well. Pray deliver this volume to Backrix, and tell him I believe it is that which he seeks. Till next time we meet, little.
Yeah.
Alright. Believe that. I mean, if there's another quest that pops up after this, I'm not doing it right now. I'll do it tomorrow, if anything, but just gonna finish this off.
Now Roundrox is safe at Shortstop, and Backrix is easy breathing. Uplanders have thanks of Backrix. Uplander bring present to for Backrix. This is Charlie and Legend Book from Y'shtola. Backrix has waited for Legend Book for long time. Backrix has been reading about many things about Enigma Codex and blue-haired Uplander that writes it. Maybe these knowings will save Gobbyflock from giant whirlycogs, thinks Backrix. Now Giant of Whirlycog sleeps and Gobbyflock is safe, but still Backrix would fill Brincase with knowings. Fill pages of Watchbook with data. Let Backrix see. Yes, just as Backrix. Are Backrix eyes playing tricks on him?
Oi, are you feeling alright there? You look like you've seen a ghost.
Pages tell a fairy legend of Hotgo tribe, uplanders of blue hair many years ago in old times, 2 children, boy and girl. outstep from belly of great steel giant. 2 children grow to man and woman, become father and mother of great people of Hotgo. Names are Deanne and Mead. Look at handwritings. Even faces are same looking, or hand drawings. Ye gads, is that Mead and Diane? Why, that means that one day they'll be freed of their fate and reborn far, far in the past.
So after searching for an eternity, they found the perfect world they were searching for? It may just be a fairy tale, but I, for one, would like to believe it.
And fairy legends go on. 2 children step out of steel giant holding small stone. Stone is dark when sitting on ground, but hold stone in hand and shiny lights. Glow stone of round rocks.
They went back in time.
Let me see if we have this straight. The codex fragment that you gave that curl a few moments ago now features... Yeah. I had a hair in my mouth again. In a legend from past ages, that can't be possible, can it?
At this point, I'm about ready to believe bleeding anything. But that reminds me, there was something I wanted to ask you, Little. Remember when we went into the core? We got our asses fried by that colossal thing inside of Colossus? Well, I felt the strangest sensation then, and a feeling that chilled me to the bone, as if something terrible had happened that I couldn't for the life of me remember.
I felt it too. So tell us, did you see anything when we were doing, we're going in and out of time? Any idea what happened to us while Quick Thinks was spinning the hands of the clock?
I'm afraid I don't.
You don't know? Well, excuse me, if that doesn't exactly put my heart at ease. Would it have killed you to say, but of course, I saw plenty of alternate realities, Wedge. And, I can say without a shadow of doubt that none of them were you, Biggs, and Wedge blasted to smithereens.
Wedge, I know we're both thinking the worst, but you don't have to go and bleed and say it. Look, as far as I'm concerned, what Little doesn't know can't hurt us. So why don't we just forget we ever asked? Anyways, it seems this long and thoroughly mind-boggling battle of ours has finally come to an end. Of course, there's still plenty of work to be done, but now that Quick Thinks is out of the picture, we've got high hopes for Round Rocks and her friends. Will one day build their shining kingdom of rubbish and refuse.
Speaking of work, we better get back to before the chief catches us chattering away.
Always a pleasure, Little. Till next time.
Okay, I want to leave myself off in one area for the end of stream
And begin there again tomorrow.
That place, I believe, will be Lenosia. Because, okay, so I really want to play a healer, I think is what it's coming down to right now. So I'll spend 2 days, whatever it is, getting up to level 60. Ah, a friend. Which friend is that? That one. Oh, that was from the night my friend and I were watching the a concert, and then everyone was dressing up as a frog, and I was adopted into a frog family. Alright, I'm going to stand on this. Alright, so, Daniel, Claire, anyone who's been lurking, thank you for hanging out. It is highly, highly, highly appreciated. I will be live again tomorrow around 3:30 to 4 Eastern. We'll be doing some leveling up. And then next week, once that is ready, we will be doing the beginning of
Stormblood. So, thank you guys very much for hanging out. If anyone is new, please like, please sub. Highly appreciated. We're working towards 75 subs. So 5 away, because we're at 70 now, I believe. But yeah, have a good rest of your night. Take care. Sleep well, everyone. And